What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cyber Knight's Flashpoint, Chrome++, etc., whatever. We're going to run 11th Hour today. Sadly, the smoke update didn't drop today for me. Probably will on Friday. For me, I'm recording Thursday night. Friday's when the episode's going to come out, but over the weekend, we're going to play the smoke update, most likely. Either way, we're going to run 11th Hour, two-part mission, going to be a doozy. That said, I don't have, unless I bring Liliana out of the detox, which does not sound good to me, we don't have enough of a squad to run. I do want to run a pretty stealth-focused team here for this mission, just kind of showing you the roster I have available. We're going to be running these people, but I need to get some more out and ready to go. Pretty much getting him back is going to be ideal. So I'm going to go to the Field Up Center, and because I have it, I'm going to go ahead and pop Field Coordination. Gives me more tokens, actually. Yeah, I'm up to 3 now. Anyway, going to use that to disable security devices for several turns and push the deadline back by 4 days. I can do it a second time if I need to. Everything else is combat leverage, so can't use those, but I want to push it back enough that I can get my team ready to play it out, and I want my soldier back and in action. I believe I want him to be like one of the ones going, as marker sites and red dot are reasonably useful. Otherwise, everyone else can kind of sit back where they are, and it's going to be fine. Only minor downside is there's a little bit of overlap of ranged weaponry, but it shouldn't be too bad. So Hype Break for you is fine. These are pretty garbage, so we pretty much definitely take loyalty. Move some time forward, and because you have a lot of services on offer, this is a good Puppet Master hit to try to get all 3 of them. There we go. I now have level 4 Cybernetics. We can inspect that real quick. And yeah, Cybernetics is capped out. Medical items is capped out. Imported, not quite, but we're still moving on that way, which is good news. Again, going to try to get him back from medical recovery. We've got the cooling in for the detox. If we have 300k, we can upgrade it, but we don't have that money. That's fine. Simstream Trainer in a similar boat here. No big deal. Going to get him back. And now that he's back, is he actually worth running on a mission, or is he too wounded for me to want to play him? Minus 3% move speed's not the worst thing ever. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's the only thing he's really missing. Melee accuracy doesn't matter for him, and stress res is not a big deal either. I'm thinking I want to run that team instead of running Anarchist here. It's a little debatable, honestly. Now, I kind of want to run Anarchist and move the guy into the trainer again. We've got a captain's job here. I think as I look at it, I would rather have this war machine than this soldier. So I'm actually just going to put the soldier into treatment. 4 days, 12, 33k, not too bad. If it pushes back again, I certainly can. Get you back from the detox. I'll put you back in because you're still not going on any missions for me. Here you are. Have fun going down to 0. In fact, I'm going to put him back in the trainer soon enough. Hype Break. Bouncer to level 2. Sure, you get some HP. That seems acceptable enough. Getting new tokens relatively soon. You're out of that. That's fine. You're on legwork. No one else has any legwork going on. Let's go ahead and bump this token here. That seems fine. When do I have efficiency grind? Not for a bit. Okay, fine. Let's get you here. Hype Break for you. Wow, you really rolled a bunch of garbage. I guess we'll give you +1 strength. It is maybe actually your worst stat option, but I'm not giving you this stuff. I mean, I could give you XP, but we'll just give you strength as some recoil reduction. It's not the best. Obviously, tech is number 1. I would say reaction's number 2. Will isn't required by any means. Got that done. Got the favor, everything else. Okay, we are finally now ready to run the team. As we're going to run this one, I'm going to go ahead and put my Wire Ghost back in the trainer. You're going to be a little bit stressed. It is what it is. 40% is not horrible. Send to the trainer. All right, preamble done. Out of the way. Don't need to push it back any further. There's nothing else to really grab. Wait, hold on 1 second. I guess blocking Sec AI from escalating seems also reasonable to me. It doesn't seem like combat leverage, so I'm going to grab that one as well. That seems reasonable. Just, yeah, no escalations. Sure. All right. So here we are with 11th Hour. Yep, can't grab these. These are combat stats, of course. Gonna get a solid payday here. And unfortunately, I still need to go through and sort out what we're actually wearing, so apologies for that one. Oh, and actually she leveled up from finishing her mission, so let me actually do the class training here. You are level 9. Pretty sure it's redline plus move point and kinetic. I don't think there's a debate here. Great, that's a really big power spike for you. Yeah, who's holding on to stuff that I can't use? Yeah, you're a potential recruit. You're level 7. Professional is fine. Yeah, you're going to need some stuff. You're holding the stun club. You're holding that. I need a stun club and a pistol for him, so I'm going to have you unequip as well. And then here's my EX. I could give him the Urban Assault, actually. I probably will. You're holding one? Great. So your loud weapon's going to be an Urban Assault, and your quiet weapon is probably going to be a stun club. I think that makes sense to me in terms of what's available. I don't believe there's any mods I can run. No, there's not. I'm going to give you the evasion armor because you can throw down the evasion / action points / initiative. The primary reason here is initiative. Do you have a smoke grenade you can grab? Maybe? I might need to buy new ones, actually. You're under-equipped. Yeah, you're going to need combat drugs. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. I want Caltraxia. That's the... Well, that's armor and move points. No, it's hyper V-caps. Let's just buy a few more. No. I'm a little bit low on money, so I'm going to buy only a few. As far as smokes are concerned, let's go buy our 4th one. Okay, so you're going to wear hyper V-caps, and you're holding on to smoke. And here is the team. AR and a pistol. Oh, we got to put silencers on. Almost forgot that one. You've got a blade and a shotgun, which is fine. Let's get you out of the revolver and into a pistol as well. Here's one of the silenced ones. And then... yeah, you're here with an Urban Assault and a bat, which should be fine. I'm tempted to go for a blade over a pistol on her. We do have some move speed, so I'm pretty tempted to say it's slant blade here, but I do want to keep the railgun. Alright, so we're pretty melee heavy, but that's pretty normal for this team. We're finally ready to go. Double checking. First aid and a smoke. First aid and a smoke. First aid and a smoke. And first aid and some combat drugs. This is going to be the team. We're going to run 11th hour. We have some leverage. Let's hope we do well. Let's rock. We're boots on the ground. The lower depths of District 83 are fortified against intruders. Our best point of entry is an old, locked-up elevator shaft. So we're going to have to try to get to there, but we're going to need a key to open it. We can either get it by hacking the host, which no one can do on this team, or we kill one of the captains. Iota, who's right there, or Omni, who's back there. I would like to get some freebies by killing the guards and getting some free stuff. Of course, we were on this map really recently. Based on what I know, these guys aren't doing anything. All those guys are going to walk up that way. Don't have my soldier. At best, I could throw down Shadow or Lure. Might want to do so. I'm going to do a short yield because I'm kind of curious. How well is Shadow going to work for you? It'll buy me some time. Is that what I want? Let me turn on the vision cones. I can get both of you to run down there, and it essentially buys me some time where I can do whatever. I think these are overlapping. Basically, it just buys me a turn where they're stuck doing nothing. And I think that's worth it. So you're both going to walk there, which is fine. You're just going to be useless, and then you're going to go back to your spot and then patrol. So I buy quite a bit of time here. Pretty sure I can run my team forward, but to be safe, let's delay and make sure they all have their turn and are indeed useless. You're just going to stand there. Great. Turning around afterwards, but we bought some time for that one. You're doing the same. And then last we saw of you turn around afterwards. I have not degraded the AP cost of this yet, so that does slow him down some, but it's not the end of the world. He does have Supremacy now, so he's also going to... yeah, standing right there seems completely reasonable. I'm probably going to use Shadow to pull some of these guys out as well. Maybe Lure instead, but I'm thinking it's pretty valuable to get some of these guys to come out of their hiding positions. Get them away from the cameras, if at all possible, and do some good stuff there. Anarchist going to go on her run for a similar reason. Putting you up right there seems fine. I did learn Slash Slide. Got to remember that I have that. I'm going to keep putting points into it. Tiger can pretty cleanly run up as well. One question I have is, do I have a good use of Anticipation? If I can get closer to this guy, yes. I do want him to be killed at some point, so I might cheat over this way. I have to go a little bit farther. Okay, I think if I'm here, that's cleanly in range, and I can anticipate you, and I can use that as crit vuln to get some damage at some point. That seems pretty reasonable. So what's Anticipation you? You're running that way. We can intercept that with Panzer here, it looks like. Throw Shadow. Well, instead of running this, we're going to throw Shadow somewhere like, I don't know, here. It's going to be pretty clearly in your vision cone, and we can drag you over toward the team, which should be good. We have 0 AP refract, which is nice. 2 tallies so far, no big deal. Oh, that is not ideal. Someone's going to run my way. Well, I'll duck. We'll be fine here. It's funny, he blocks line of sight so you can stand. It's arguably a bug, whatever. Pretty tempted to go for this, although I think I want to wait until this guy maybe gets closer and I can hit with Downer. Tiger is hidden. Again, camera sees one, so somebody's going to be sent this way. It's not the end of the world, but it is something to think about. Yeah, I would like to lure you. If I delay you by 2, it actually allows my... Yeah, let's debuff you guys. That allows Tiger to throw down Lure. I don't mind pulling both of them. I think that's actually fine. Put them somewhere like this. They're going to be pretty easily killed. We can get them to, like, maybe here, roughly the range. Okay, Remake's going to wait. These guys are ideally not very useful. Panther's going to wait. You're actually walking closer, which is not great for me, but not the end of the world. You're actually turning away now. That's actually a little bit worse because it's going to be hard to not catch these guys with lure and actually make this go somewhere useful. It's going to be a little bit tough. Okay, you're going back to where you were. So I bought basically 2 turns for that one. I would like to lure only 2 of you. That's just not going to happen. I think pulling all 3 down is not the end of the world. It's just not lovely. But if I pull all 3 of you down there, that seems very killable. I'm going to need to duck to hide there. I've got a little bit of time on you guys. I actually might have to lure them again. I'm going to go somewhere like this and then wait and see. I just want to get somewhere where these guys don't see me when they walk up, and then we can kind of react afterwards. So I'm going to leave you there for now. I think Anarchist is okay based on how good this cover is. Okay, you're going back over there, which is fine. Please don't see my team. Looks like you're not going to. Good. Should be the same for the other 2. Although this guard's not moving, which is going to be a bit of a problem because he's just going to see the bodies, essentially. And that's going to be kind of awkward. Alright, so initiative rolls. You're at 14. You're at 16. You're at 17. Am I able to just make a bunch of noise, or should I try to sneak around these guys and just get that and get out? That's arguably the smarter idea, and I'm just being kind of stupid here. I do feel like I'm kind of just being stupid. I would like clean shots on both of you. I feel like I should really just drag these guys away and try to assassinate this dude over here, right? Because we know there's a captain over there who's killable, and we can probably bypass this guy. I think I'm just being really stupid with how I'm playing these turns out, and I need to be way smarter. Okay, so, yeah, let me rethink this plan. We're going to not get many boxes, maybe just 2. We're going to sneak across to here. We'll find ways to do it with, like, smoke and refract and things like that. But I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for these shots. The goal is going to be trigger steamroll for the team. Great. We actually downer them as well, which is cute. But... Oh, did you see the corpse? Oh, you did. Damn, I didn't know you were going to see that. That's unfortunate. I don't think I'm still willing to shoot these guys, though. I think we let him investigate the corpse, and then we just kill him. Wait, that's actually perfect. Because he's one of the guys, right? We let him find the corpse, and then we just move on with our lives. That's almost perfect. Unfortunately, we have a lot of AP we're wasting here. But there's no way to really use his AP well with where everyone's going. So, yeah, I'm going to let you chase this down. We'll ambush you. Spend 1 AP to there. It's some loot. Great. Turn the vision cones on for a sec. I mean, your initiative roll is hot garbage. Actually, I can just run. I'm going to be in your vision for so little it won't matter. I think, yeah, going for this, like, piecemeal runs will make sure I don't stay in the vision for too long. So, sees me briefly, then I get out. And then, well, once again, see me briefly, and then I get out. But yeah, if this guy runs up to check out the corpse, it's 5 AP to stand there, and then he turns, and we should be fine. So yeah, the whole team can kind of group up here. We should have a pretty decent shot at killing this guy. We accidentally lured him to the right place. I will say, though, if I had taken more lure radius, because I'm at, I think, 10 meters when I could have 15, we could have dragged people much farther and gotten probably a better look at it. So that should be fine. You won't get seen for long enough. Another Nano Edge, another Street Dragon. Well, that's not going to matter, because I'm not allowed to use 2 Street Dragons. The Nano Edge actually is useful. I'll replace some weapons with that. It's one of the better melee things. I'm tempted to throw Pinger somewhere random. Let's see, so I might need to refract to get to safety here. I'm a little bit afraid of getting caught out, so I'm going to drop refract, give myself the space to get to safety. Let's turn the cones back on just so I know how to navigate this. Running to there seems fine. And then maybe I go around the back here to be a little bit safer. I think that's going to be correct. Alright, this should look okay. Remake rolls well enough on initiative that I'm not too worried about it. We have 1 event here and 1 event here, so some guards are going to be sent. Okay, you 2 are sent. That's not too bad. They're not going to get too close. Actually, the sniper going is not even that, really not that bad, because it actually makes other things easier for me. Yeah, you're going back to where you were for the most part. You are going to need to hide. That's not too bad if you just stand right there, though. Turn vision cones back off. They're kind of ugly. We get a lot from this, but that's fine. Oh, shoot. Iota's at 8. I'll have to make sure I can manicure my delays enough. This is not going to be the end of the world. I can have remake delay past Panzer and go to 7. Tiger goes to 6. I think she's fine where she's standing. Anarchist goes to 3. That'll be fine too. You're finally walking up. You've turned suspicious, but that's okay. As I said, Anarchist goes to 3. You're on the way up. Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh, they need direct line of sight. That's right. So being under the bridge means they can't share status. That's pretty fortunate. I did not realize you were going to spot me. That's a little bit of a problem, but we're okay. Yeah, if I short yield, I go behind. Panzer does not have a way of being very useful here. I would like him to get some shuriken wave value, but this is not going to happen, I don't think. If you're there, yeah, I can hit 1 person, and that's really all I can do. I mean, I can get, yeah, there's just, I can shuriken wave 1 person. It'll help the follow-up. It's fine. I don't feel like I have a good use of Shadow here. Where would I even send them? No, I think you just have to end your turn and be useless on this one, then it is what it is. I don't think I'm willing to run out here and assault rifle that guy. I mean, I could, I just don't think it's very good. It's going to make 2 tally. We're going to escalate anyway. Honestly, shooting at you makes sense, I think. If I hide back here, they're not going to see me except for that guy. I think it's playable. You see me, you're angry. Whatever, I'm shooting at you. It's some damage. We'll clean you up later. You're on the way up. Oh, shoot, you turned alert because you got line of sight. You have AP left. I'm getting shot. Ow. Okay. Panzer got hit with... Wow, it was a coin flip, too. Wasn't even a guarantee. Alright, we need to get line of sight. We need to make this happen. Thankfully, no one else turned alert, but this just became a very big problem. Ah, my best laid plans. They are going poorly. Alright, well... You're still going at 12. You're still killable. And if I crit you, we get downer on, like, the entire enemy group. The scary thing is, I don't know if my initiative is going to be guaranteed good, but... 30% to crit. Downer hits almost the entire group here. Yeah. Everyone who's everyone is slowed down. I'll be fine, at least for now. That's just going to be that turn. We do not have good line of sight on him at all. Even if I use stealth tools, I'm not going much faster. Okay, Anarchist, can you do anything? Also, not really, no. Hyper V-caps for this turn? Ugh, I don't want to have to, but I might have to. So, you go early, you go relatively early. Most of these guys don't have a chance of turning alert. This guy's too far away. You are not going to turn alert, and then you finally go on 12. So pretty much my entire team for sure predates you. How much am I getting seen? A lot. This guy for sure spots me all the way. So I can't really sneak that. I think it's legitimately walk up here and shotgun the guy. And then expect that I win on initiative, because I'm going to. I want to save the combat drugs if I can. So you actually don't get the full spot on me, because you never got the direct line of sight, so I get to do the shotgun shot here. We shred, you're out of armor at least. But I'm not in range to claw, so my turn is over. Tiger doesn't get to do much here as well. I'm pretty sure I'm fraudulently holding on to a bunch of bonus move speed right now. Because of a bug where some move speed stuff carries over. And so if I hit Shadow, it won't actually... I won't actually run any faster. Or, sorry, Silence. We could pop it and try to... Oh, no. Okay, I did get more. Fair enough. If I really, really high roll, this could be a kill. If I really high roll, it could be a kill. Ah, not quite. Wasn't as high as I wanted it to be. It is what it is. Panzer gets the level up from the escalation, so he's got Supremacy active. He's got 10 evasion, 10 move speed, and a move point, I believe, is the throughput on that. Wall drops. This guy's gonna... He actually wasn't woken up. That's kind of good news, actually. We should get our team into good cover where we're hidden from enemies. We can turn off vision cones for now. You're fine where you are. Panzer is spotted but not easily found. He can duck. I think you waiting is going to be okay. Almost certainly got a fight on our hands here. I'm going to yield to Anarchist so that Anarchist can get her claw buff and... be big and strong. You're not going to see me, and we're definitely going to run the team away. So I'm just going to walk to where I'm in claw range. I will take my claw kill. Down you go. I get my buffs. And that's going to be us getting the red key as well. Ideally, that should be pathable terrain. If it's not, I'm really sad about that. Okay, please tell me that's going to work. If it doesn't, I'm really sad. Okay, it counted. Alright, well, the red key is now active for the entire team. If I stand there, we are safe. If you've ever had to find us as well, we're like in, I would argue, pretty quality visual cover. Similar spot for you, I think stopping right there is acceptable. I don't believe I'm going to get ambushed and found here, so there are no more alert guards on the map. We're still holding on to being spotted on most of these crew because they were spotted and the turn ended. But we can let a lot of these guards move and get some space to work with, is probably how it's going to work. Off you go. You ended up in a really weird spot when I tried to skip your turn. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the map. I can hopefully skip and things will look okay. You're going last, but you're not immediately a huge threat. I don't have Downer or Steamroll available. This guy is real going at 8. This guy's real going at 9. End of the day, though, pretty sure we just Alpha Strike these guys, and we should have enough to go off of that it's going to look okay. I could have maybe dodged them all. I'm just not sure it would have worked. Didn't want to take that risk, although maybe I should have. Either way, they're pretty low. I think my min roll is almost always going to be good enough. I'm willing to just take this. Well, actually, these shots aren't looking too good. I'm going to self-buff. take a pistol shot. No, you suck. It is what it is. You are investigating and then hunting. And... Ooh, you are gonna... Wait, you barely can't see us, but that's a very real problem. We do have to kill you. Thankfully, you're at 12. That's going to be in range. I have enough battery on this thing. Let me double check how much battery this thing has. Yeah, 4. That's going to be fine. I'm going to walk up here, active battery this to shred, and then keep making progress. This should be totally fine. I'm going to silent stalker for the kinetic is pure. Just a little bit of extra damage here. That's you shredded. And then probably not going to fully die to the claws, but it's not going to be terrible. I want to check something real quick. Okay, cool. Nope. That's pretty nice. Panzer is going to have to go ahead and just play for combat now. Let's see. Where he is right now, he only gets line of sight on 1. Want to do better than that, of course. If I spend 1 AP, I can clearly get 2 of you in line of sight. You're at 17 over there. Remake wins that. And this guy so far is running that way. As long as it doesn't change his tune, we're okay like this. -9 to hit is not ideal. I might actually choose to go closer just to make this whole thing look nicer. It's a bit of a waste of AP the way I did it all, but I'm only going to get 1 good burst here, so let's just do it this way. I did make mistakes, but getting the hit chance I think is worth it. We get the shred, we get some damage. It's not great, but it's something. And then I don't have anything special on white noise here. I think you can just simply end your turn, and we'll figure out initiative stuff later. That should be okay with you in cover. He is going this way now. I'm, again, in cover. He can maybe move around a little bit. Yep. Okay, he turned alert right then. Thankfully, again, the Cyber Knight has more than enough initiative to play this out. I'm not going to be arranged to do anything special. I have 1 shot, and it's on you, which is not worthwhile. I'm going to throw... Let's see. Since I can't guarantee my own initiative is going to be the lowest on her, I'm just going to throw lure down on these guys and try to drag them somewhere useless. And then I'm already spotted anyways. I'm going to simply run forward and play for killing this guy. We are clearly going to escalate. Again, Remake is the highest initiative by far. And yeah, we should be okay for almost all this. Let's hope I don't get screwed by this guy being stuck in the truck. Otherwise, I have to change my save rules and restart the mission from the top. But I'm pretty sure I can skip movement and we'll end up being okay. If I'm wrong, it's going to kind of suck. Alrighty, so who's real? You're at 9. You're at 15. You're at 14. Okay, only Seiko basically predates any of my teammates here. So what I'm going to go for is running up pretty far. You're not a big deal yet. I'm going to aim at you primarily. I'm going to go down to only... Actually, it doesn't matter. I can go down to only hitting 1 target, but I think this is fine. Right. I think this spread is acceptable. If I don't get you... Let me double check that I'm in... yeah, I'm in interference spike range, so if I don't kill you, I can slow you down enough that someone else kills you. So, we put 2 bullets at you. 1 and 1 here. Might get quite a lot done, we'll see. Yep. Quite a lot done. It's another red key if we wanted it, which we don't, but you know. That buys us quite some space. So I'm simply going to run across to here, take a shot, and keep moving. We are going to escalate no matter what. I could, and I'm kind of tempted, to greed for more boxes. I'm really tempted because there's not that many guards left anymore. And we can probably pretty easily deal with whatever reinforcements come in. So I'm actually going to say, you know what? Reload. Point blank shot. Guaranteed glance. We get the glance. Start stacking the team over here. Yeah, Ro can't do anything because he's stuck on a truck. Kind of a funny bug. Actually, I should report that, right? Okay, so... okay. It's possible for guards to get stuck in geometry with a mix of vaulting and skipping actions. So, what I did. 1. Guard started moving on their turn. 2. Hit escape to fast forward their turn. 3. They were vaulting. The fast forward sort of sent them back to the front of the vault, which then meant the rest of their forward movement put them right inside this truck. And of course, this is a turn late. You already did this the previous turn, so maybe this is going to be a bad replay to send, but should have done it sooner. My bad. Yeah, we can pretty much bypass these guys, I think. Tiger doesn't go early, but I don't think that actually matters too much. You actually get a vision cone, which is funny to me. Well, you can go that far. Then you have so many action points. And these guys don't see anything. That I can pretty safely go there. Camera spots me, or doesn't. Who knows? Either way, we get some stuff here. We got an armor blueprint that I might not get any value out of, but who cares? Running you across the map seems fine. You look pretty safe. Camera spots me. Don't really care. Again, we're already escalating. Would not mind knocking out this camera for a bit. Oh, wait, no, this guy needs to die. I griefed. I walked too far. This guy has a turn really soon, and yeah, we can't... I, like, almost just forgot legit that he was here and able to kill my guys. Just gonna put you in range. Again, definitely wastes some AP. Nice crit, dude. Good job. Alright, down you go. I'm pretty sure I can just kind of stand here by some rocks and it'll be okay. That's what I believe to be true. You're investigating the wrong way. And, of course, we are going to get an escalation. But in the meantime, we can maybe get the escalation to be something useless, like turning the devices back on, and have you run over here. So we're going to kind of... I think it's very likely reinforcements are there. Hey, look. It's exactly what I called. It's fine. Enemy quality is decent. Blooder and a wildfire. Should mostly be sending our team this way. We could probably try to bypass these guys, so let's see. Anarchist and Co. preempt you guys, no problem. I think where I'm standing, I'm not getting caught out. I think it's very, very unlikely. So I think having Remake stand still is fine. I think having Panzer stand still is also fine. I am maybe wrong about that one. They're on the way, but not too badly. Yeah, you're behind me, but you can't anger. I'm going to have you go ahead and try to grab this box. Can you get it for 1? That should snap. Some blue juice and some weapon mod blueprints that I absolutely can only sell and nothing else. Hiding behind this landmine should be fine. They should not be making direct visual contact onto me. Although if they make contact onto somebody else, she is spotted, I believe. Yep, so she could get caught out if someone else gets caught out. So far, so good. Gonna have you, yeah, loop around toward the rest of the team then. That looks pretty good. Seems good and safe, so off you go. Gotta be careful about this blooder, but we're making some distance, so it should be okay. So you're on the way up. You got a little close to us, but that's probably fine. Panzer gets to go next, so that shouldn't be too bad either. I'm also going to probably throw a pre-compute at... Oh, I can't, actually. Okay, we're going to throw look ahead at you guys then to slow you down by 2. I might need to even interference spike you. You're going that way, but I'm still a little afraid. The fact that our initiative is looking this bad is not ideal. Panzer can line crawler. I can't do any... Well, I can do a short yield. Okay, I'm going to walk to here and do a short yield so I have a bit of info around what Luco does. I can try to go for a line crawler or a shadow play on these guys. It's looking a little tough. I think it's just kind of not going to happen. So what I'm going to go for instead is, let's start by going to there. Again, I want to get far away from these guys if at all possible. Spend another 1 AP to get to here. Going to line crawler that to give some space. Smoke screen, I don't believe will actually reach, so not sure it's any good. White noise might be okay, but I can do that next turn, I'm pretty sure. I think, honestly, you just take your step forward, and it'll probably be okay, though it's not guaranteed to be okay. Okay, cool, you're useless. Let's go run the knight up toward right around here. 1 AP to spare should be fine. Not going to really matter either way. And ideally, Breako doesn't just make direct line of sight, and looks like he's not going to, and so we're going to be okay in the Vanguard. Might still need to white noise something. Line crawler bounce, that's kind of cool. You're hunting. You can't do anything. Panzer doesn't have the best chance at doing all that. Yeah, okay, these guys are mostly all useless. But I believe if he goes here, he can't get out to the exit on 1 AP. Remake has a higher chance of that happening, so that'll be our goal here. You're looking around. Okay. I think Remake can... Is that really your fastest pathing? Yeah, it really kind of is. I think you're still the fastest runner I have on my team. 110, 116, 111, 103. Yeah, I mean, she's still closest, so... It's kind of got to be her. We already know what they're doing, right? I don't think our prediction is lying, so... If it costs us a turn, it costs us a turn. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and turn on the elevator. Elevator called. Time to drop. And yeah, you can't jump over the gap, so I'll leave you here just in case I have to do something for some reason. Off you go. Tiger can pretty safely run. That's good news. I'm going to run you here, throw down the refract wall, and have you get out. Heading to checkpoint. There's your jump, and yeah, you're just on the way. It looks like, cool, we're not going to generate any more tally. So we're going to be able to very safely evac on sec level 4. We got all the boxes. We did take some injury and wound time on our Agent EX. And sadly, we are not quite able to get Remake out until next turn, but should be fine. Just going to walk you to there. There's no escalation. There's no tally events. It doesn't really matter what your anything is, really. They're not going to find you. And this will be part 1 complete, although hairier than I wanted it to be. I honestly did not set up a good plan. That's on me. But off we go. Managed to save my consumables for the most part. Used up 1 battery, which is fine on the War Machine. Panzer are definitely going to be injured for the future, but it is what it is. Let's go try to rescue a Scourge. The depths, we're way below the towers. A lot of concrete over our heads. Here is the Scourge. This isn't a surgical suite. They aren't slicing him up. They're holding him for someone. So we probably think they're holding him for Warner Braun, trying to get revenge. Which, yeah, it makes sense. Alright, so... I would like to lure you, and I want to lure you early. That's going to require using actual lure, not shadow, based on where everything is. So I'm going to hit delay, delay, and then I'm going to have you drop lure. Let's take a couple steps forward first. We'll go one at a time. I want as much info as I can get. Okay, turn off snapping. I don't want that right now. Okay. I am in lure range. I think dragging you is reasonable. Having you spend your turn would be good, and then go ahead and waste your turn then. Come on down. You might see me? Nope. Okay. Well, that's your turn over, and gives me some space to work with. I'm thinking taking a kill for... So if I want to abuse a bug, I have everyone end their turn first, and then I get the, then I steamroll the team. But I don't want to abuse the bug if I can help it. I'm not going to abuse it on purpose, so we'll just try to go for steamroll on round start. Okay, we found some new guards. Chance to crit is decently high. Chance to kill you on 3 hits. Okay, well, we got what we came for. Downer did not pop. There were no enemies in range. That's good that it didn't get wasted. Okay, we do see there are some more bad guys around. I want to know what you two are up to so I don't run into your patrols. You're not scary, and neither are you, although you might come down, so I've got to be careful long term, but for now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to take 2 turns to use stand there. So on turn 2, on the end of turn 3 you stand there. Maybe on turn 4 you do something. That means for now I'm okay. Don't know what you're doing yet. We can use anticipation though and figure stuff out. This camera, as long as we're more than 11 meters away, is not going to find our homies. If I wanted to, I could definitely... I could go for a line crawler. I had a spot where it would magnet and give me 1. Right there. I'm really tempted just to line crawler this and just make this movement a little bit easier. In fact, now what I want to do... A dead body there means a guard gets sent to investigate. But they're going to investigate somebody somewhere really far away from where I am. But do I want them to generate 2 tally is the question. Right, here's the thought process. Do I want the 2 tally? Not really. And eventually 5 tally. Also not really. I think the better play is slow down a little bit. Go here. I'm going to signal grift you. And then I do kind of feel like line crawler. I think it has a good chance at hitting my team, so yeah, let's just line crawler. It'll be down for several turns. I'm going to yield to Tiger. I don't know if she has enough AP to do anything too special. But I want to go up here and use anticipation to get info. I can't. This is not a bad turn for Shadow, considering I'm still... Nah, I'm only spending 5 AP on movement. I'll use... I keep calling it Shadow. I'll use Silence on a turn where I have 6 AP. Simply going to run you forward. Got a guard up there, no biggie. Alright, so I don't know what this guy is doing, but it shouldn't be a huge problem. Not too worried about it. Just going to snap on up there. Initiative so far is looking decent. And I do have leverage. I can drop devices for a couple of turns, and I can block escalation for a couple of turns. End of next turn means I get, 2 blocks. Alright, so far so good. Line crawler bounce, that second camera, kind of nice. Someone was coming. And this is going to be the Warner Braun Kill Squad. Our timeline accelerated. The assassins are on the way to Hassan right now. Hassan, sorry. If the executioner reaches Hassan, our target will be dead. Once they realize we're in play, they're also not going to go slowly. When they're alert, they're going to race, but as long as they're unaware or suspicious, it's going to be okay. I run into one weird instance of them turning aggro too early. It was off seeing a corpse. Oftentimes, it seems like VIP-coded enemies get a little bit too spicy when they see a corpse, and they kind of hasten up. But thankfully, right now, every guard is unaware, so... And no one's going to be investigating this corpse, I think, literally ever. So he has space to work with. I think letting him turn alert is going to be okay. He's not going to get into combat. We know the nearest enemy is way over there. So we can do some stuff here. We can delay and kind of let him walk around. It should be okay for a bit. You're not getting all the way to your location yet. Yep, you're indeed stopping right there. And I think the entire team delaying... I don't really care that you're at 9. Yeah, okay, you are walking up. And in fact, you will see, but you're going to stop right there. And that gives me the room to go try to kill you. Now, you have some vision. And you, in fact, may see the corpse. And in fact, you may even investigate the corpse. If you see it. So I'm tempted to let you have your turn. Oh, you know what I want to do, actually? I'm gonna yield to Tiger. Tiger is going to... I don't think she needs to silence for move speed, actually, because she's already going to be right there. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to run up all the way there. I'm going to get some info with this. Like, I will probably see new guards. That's fine. I'm going to refract. to block line of sight of seeing the corpse. Yeah, so almost no matter where we kill it, hopefully it actually falls into here and it's totally chill. I'm also tempted to try to lure you downstairs. But for now, it's refract. I think I'm gonna yield and take the slice later because I'm gonna have my I'm gonna have Anarchist knock him down to the shred. But now we have the space to pretty cleanly deal the corpse. Okay, you are actually patrolling. I didn't know that. To be fair, I didn't use any prediction talents, so how would I? But now you're actually much harder to lure, which is a little bit too bad. Not the end of the world, but, you know, a little too bad. This still... It's a 6-turn cooldown, which is wildly long. But even still, I don't really have a better use of Silent Stalker than killing this guy, so I'm still just going to do it. Yes, I'm already spotted. I'm not doing it for the stealth movement. I'm doing it literally... My movement gets slowed? Yeah, I think I got the movement bug thing. You really not be able to... Man, that's annoying. I think I was carrying over the bonus move speed from Steamroll earlier, and then it dropped. Okay, I'm going to try to kill you that way so that you fall farther away, and thus ideally don't get seen by the camera or anything else. These are both down until end of next turn. You're relatively safe where you're standing. This guy's not going to spot you. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in the way. You're going to be fine. Okay. We go here. We go for the active shred. Decent enough. No AP left, but 3 claw attacks. Yeah, they're not likely to kill, but it'll add up over time. Your armor's pretty low. 90. Wow, it's doing a lot less than I thought it was going to be. This guy is not dying here, so unfortunate. No buff for you. It's okay, though. You're on a simple patrol. And then you guys are just going to be kind of near the VIP. We've got a bit of time to work with here. Panzer should definitely start running. Just putting you somewhere around there seems fine. Don't really have anything to rush for here, so you can see me. It's fine. We're killing you at the end of the turn. Then it's not going to matter anymore. You decide to do nothing as well. I'm going to do a short yield to Tiger just so you can just get this kill here. Great. Down you go. Yeah, this camera, if it ever turns right, will see you. I think the chances camera turning right are relatively high. It is what it is. Anticipation can reach you. That's actually probably pretty good. You're walking away, which I don't mind at all. I guess Remake could just simply sprint forward here, and that'll be fine. Okay, so whole team's up here. This camera's still down for a full turn. Not escalating for a bit here. We've got several turns until escalation, really, because we have no tally events for a while. We can extend this camera if we need to. We've got a Blooder and a Street Berserk there, which isn't too bad. These are both relatively frail. I'm thinking I really want to use either Lure or Shadow to drag these guys in if possible. Worth noting that Lure does not work on bodyguards. They will simply do their random movement around the VIP, but it does work on the VIP to slow them down. And so if I need to try to throw a long-range Shadow or a Lure, I can maybe get some extra coverage that way and buy some time. I also am probably going to get my wall back. 4 turns is a while, but on the back half of the Jailbreak, it'll probably work. These guys are clearly going to have their own turn first. That's okay. I don't think I have to be afraid of the other captain. Okay, you're kind of close by. That's a little spicy. You're going over there. Fine. I don't know what you're doing anymore. You're standing around, but I can drag you in. Okay, so what I kind of want to do is throw down Lure here. Hopefully catch both of these guys. You're still running away, which is good news. I can hopefully just not kill you for a long, long time. But I can drag both of you forward. It looks really good. So I'm going to delay. Panzer's going to run up here. Let's turn vision cones back on. And ideally, Shadow somewhere, like, I want to get as much coverage as I can to, like, maximize the chance you guys see this. But, like, if I was to run right here, you would both see it. And so that's telling me pretty strongly. I'm expecting both of them to see Shadow. And yeah, the farther right I pull this, the better. It makes you easier to kill. So both of you, please run there. Good. You're both going. I'm going to white noise so I can get my team up there. This shouldn't go too far, such that this shouldn't be a problem. You're walking a straight line, but you're going to be a little spicy depending on where you go. You're at 16 initiative. This could be bad for my EX. I'm going to put him... I think if he's down here, he's not likely to get spotted, though he might be. I think there's almost no way you look any farther to the right. You're going a straight line here. So, I think my EX standing there is safe. I mean, this shouldn't be too bad. This guy goes first, so even if you do turn alert, you're not going to make him attack me. The nice thing is I can really send my team in here, and we can get a lot of forward progress. Can't go too close, obviously, but we can get pretty close and get some decent stuff going here. I might even... Yeah, it's... Of course, this wall's like a little bit too broken. It's hard to get everything that I want, but it's not too bad. And again, yeah, you're walking away, and you're still walking away as well, so I can make a lot of headroom here and not get caught. You're very safely behind a wall here. I don't expect you to get in too much danger. I am curious, actually. It's only 2 turn cooldown left. I'm curious what path you're actually going to take. It is going that way, so once you come here, you are going to spot me. That's a little bit of a problem. It's not the end of the world. You're just going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, turn alert, and then your turn's over. And that's actually fine. There's no way you can deal damage to me, because you're not going to spot me until you spent 4 action points. And we can just get that kill. So I don't mind that. Let's have Tiger wait in a similar spot, basically. Okay, this seems mostly fine. I'm not really worried about much here. We should be okay. We don't escalate until next turn. I am pretty tempted to pop my anti-escalation leverage, but I'm not sure if I'm going to generate enough tally to need it. Now, it's very, very, very likely the escalation is arming a bunch of landmines, which I find to be pretty annoying to deal with. These turned back on, sadly. But it's going to be a bunch of landmines right around here, which I find, yeah, again, pretty annoying. So I can basically just disable the landmines for 2 turns by delaying everything, and then using the other leverage to turn them off again when they finally do arm. The thing I'm thinking about is, does the tally that's coming in, is that going to line up with me, like, breaking a further escalation? Because what might happen is, like, I delay landmines by 2 turns, but then, like, sec level 5 still comes in. Like, sec level 4 comes in just in 2 turns, and then sec level 5 comes in the turn after, and I didn't, like, I delayed the escalation, but I didn't block one. But for now, let's just let them have their turn. They still know nothing. They're all unaware. You're taking your sweet time. So are you. You know nothing. Hopefully you don't turn around and find the corpse. That would be ideal for me if you didn't find that. That's your turn over. You're defending the asset. Good for you. Yeah, I hope you turn around instead of going left. But even if you do generate 3 tally, that's still not that bad for me. You're patrolling back and forth. You might start becoming a real threat. There you go. Oh, you turned right far enough that you didn't see me. I love that. Okay, so we should start, if we could, with Anarchist, which we can actually. Panzer delays to 3, Tiger delays to 1, Remake yields, and then we let the slash slide do its work to start. Tiger is going to be... Let's see, what do we have here? We do have Steamroll and Downer available, so I'd like if Remake got one of the kills. That's totally doable, though. Okay, you're going to yield. Anarchist does not have Power Slice, but doesn't need it, actually. Okay, we take as straightforward of a line as we can, which is going to be right there. That's about as good as I can get. That ideally slash slides both. Yes, it does. Let's just be in range of both. That's going to be good enough. Pretty... Oh, 400 damage on a crit. Like I said, 1,000. Definitely wasn't 1,000. Okay, you've printed a bunch of AP. what I want to do is yield to Remake, have her get the pistol kill, and then use the massive amount of AP she has, and very similar move speed to book it around here. So yeah, you're going to sit right there. You're going to wait. Remake is going to pistol this guy. I might walk up to be in glancing hit range. I also want to... Okay, I'm going to walk forward here. The reason why is I'm guaranteed glancing hit within a few meters. I have security scramble on the sensor, which means I can sprint very readily with Anarchist. And if I don't suck, this should be a kill. Okay, not a glance on the first strike. That is steamroll popped. You are turning around, but you're pretty far. You did roll a 23, though, which is scary. I'm going to run you towards this box. Keep in mind, this guy is still real and has rolled a 12, so I've got to be a little bit careful about that one, but I think it'll be fine. Panzer can run into here as well and is maybe even the better option. I can't... I mean, if I'm here, there's no way Shadow actually works. I think you running all the way up and grabbing this box makes sense. You have a bunch of spare AP. That seems fine. I don't want to generate a tally event or a security event. But I'm trying to think, like, someone needs to go kill this guy next turn and, like, run him down. Remake will be okay getting up here and pistoling. That'll, like, be functional. I think you went the blaze fine. But I kind of forgot this guy was here. Because I was willing to just, like, send Anarchist all the way in and just, like, attack. But you only have 2 claw attacks, and you just can't go that far without getting spotted here. So I'm just going to put you right here, as ugly as that is. And then you still are going to have Redline on for a bunch of extra move points and AP. And I might even hyper V-caps you for the move speed if it's going to make a difference. And I think we just, like, just mog this guy together. I think it'll be fine. Can Crimson Vector in, can do a lot of stuff. I think it'll be okay. Your initiative roll is 12. Actually, ooh, can I can't yield as a thing, so I have to just, like, go up here and end my turn anyway. But I'm tempted to, like, lure this guy into a wall where he doesn't have line of sight and can't see my team. And I, like, buy a little bit of space there. So for now, you're there. That's fine. So we all won initiative, which doesn't surprise me. I'm not in lure range yet, but I don't need to be. I don't think I want to use Pinger for anything just now. But yeah, I'm trying to think, if I throw lure in a funny place, does anything get better? I don't think it does. I think we send the whole team forward. So we all have a chance at, like, running this guy down. If I need a railgun, I will, for example. I would like to not, right? I would like you to not hear my gun, but you never know. Actually, if I go really far away, I don't even make railgun noises. I guess I grab the loot box for free. This is actually a pretty good turn for silence. So double checking something real quick. I have 126 move speed. If I pop silence, and by the way, like, I was going to get to this box with, yeah, 0, and I wasn't going to quite make it on my own otherwise. If I pop silence, my move speed is 136, and I make it with 1 to spare. Cool. Good. I wanted it to work that way. I wanted silence to be worth it. It was. So I get my first box. We get a weapon mod for either a sniper rifle or something else. We get another shotgun thing. We get Splicer Mina Part 2. Nice. I think I was missing that one. I could be wrong, though. Standing out here puts me in railgun range. I'm going to do this for crit vuln to make you easier to kill. That seems worth it to me. This guy rolled basically garbage for initiative, so I'm not worried about that. I forgot to use the thing. I forgot to use the escalation blocker. It's not the end of the world. We still have tools to deal with it, but I actually meant to and just forgot to. But I think we're going to generate quite a lot of tally over time. Maybe I won't, but... Please don't see anyone. Okay, you don't. Oh, you saw corpses, though? Alright, well, if tally starts, you know, really generating, we'll do something about it, but... Maybe I can kill you, maybe I can't. It's probably unlikely that I kill you. Don't want to turn you alert by any means. But a corpse has been found. Defend the asset. But you still know nothing, right? Until you turn suspicious, nothing really matters here. Whole team goes for this guy, so I'm thinking... I can grab the box, then get here. Let's see. If I run right to him, I have 5 AP left. This is 6 AP, and it'll cost me at least 1 AP to close the rest of the gap. I mean, I think it's just someone else should grab the box, and I should just get this kill. That makes the most sense to me. So I'm just going to run you straight forward. This kill is basically guaranteed, I think. Who are you? Don't worry about it. Let's go spend 0 AP and get the claw kill. Wow, you're kind of bad at this, but it's fine. You're still dead. Down you go. 1 AP to the switch. Who are you? Not going to talk about that here. We're here to break you out. So we can take you right there. Or we can go all the way past where the other guards are, right here, which, you know, if you're playing as a big firefight, you can do that. Anyway, even that, nah, let's just go ahead and grab this and walk in. There's some, darn it, I have that one. Armor blueprint, weapon mod blueprint. Shotgun weapon mod. It's fine. There's some, like, machinations you can do around, you know, who grabs the box, the switch, whatever, and, you know, try to maximize how much you gain per action point you spend. Doesn't end up mattering a whole lot. How much do you really see? Kind of a lot, actually. Don't love that. Could try for Biocope, but they can see your corpse too, so I don't love that either. Don't need to wait for your actions because you're doing nothing anyway. Let's put you at least here. Great. I'm probably going to Biomimic since this is going to come back up. Biomimic lets me skip mines and cameras, prox mines, bioscan, laser wires. Actually, it doesn't stop pressure sensors. So I take it back. You're not going to be safe if you stand there. Does anyone have jam kit back? You don't. You do. Okay, I'm going to jam kit this to buy more time. I'm just going to kind of stop here and not get spotted. You rolled a 15. I'm probably going to slow you down. But I think you have to stop here. Unless I can find some way to redirect you, which is possible. I'm going to have you yield. I'm going to have you try to lure this guy somewhere else. So let's start by spending 1 AP to get a bit closer. Try to maximize what I can. There we go. 1 AP to there. This obviously gets easier the more range I have. But I'm going to send you downstairs, which will make you see absolutely nothing. Buys me a lot of space. I need to save something for these landmines, but I guess I do have this leverage here where I can disable level 1 devices for a while, and those are level 1 devices, so I'm just going to jam kit this so we can walk by it in case someone gets stuck. For example, my war machine would get stuck. Sometimes the pathing betrays, and this thing will blow up on you, so I do some manual pathing around here. Just trying to be a little cautious. No real reason to use pinger on anything. I'm tempted to line crawl this just for the mental safety of it. I can also... yeah, just line crawl this. Now the pathing is pretty chill. I know this landmine is the one that's actually required to be knocked down, otherwise it blows up on you. But we can figure that out. Spend some AP to get to there. Let's go across. Let's try to get somewhere good. Somewhere like that. That looks solid. Off you go. I can also rewind somebody to get, you know, line crawler or something else back, so should not be any major concerns. You standing there is fine. We have more than enough space to move the team forward. Lotto... did find the corpse. Okay. We are not escalating until next turn, so I'm not going to pop this leverage until next turn. But then I will to... whatever, just put you there, doesn't matter. Alright. Where did line crawler go? That landmine. Not ideal, but whatever. 2 fatalities reported. They're sending Thedo and Kato to investigate those 2 corpses. So yeah, you're on the way, and you shared suspicion with some people. You're going to that one. And then Thedo Yeah, so Theto's going that way. The other one is Kato, and you're going to run across the map here. Now, this did turn several people suspicious. So there is a chance she starts running. She's not supposed to. She's supposed to wait until she's alert, but I've had the game be wonky before. You running there looks completely safe. Feel free to go stand there. Don't need to burn the combat drugs just yet. Kato's going to go run across the map. You're getting pretty close. You are going to go up these stairs and around. That's going to be a thing. We're going to definitely go ahead and block escalations. And I'm pretty tempted to turn off devices now as well. This seems about right to me. I kind of want the space. Let's turn these all off. And I'm trying to remember if this would have overlapped with the escalation happening or not on the previous turn. I don't remember. You're at 23, which is way too high. So I'm going to run up and interference spike you to slow you down so that we can hopefully get my entire team to sneak past you. I'm going to look ahead. I want to catch the Executioner, ideally. Something like that catches the 3. I'm going to interference spike you so I have more space to work with. Of course, the Executioner's still going to walk around, which is not exactly ideal, but you're going to stand there and be relatively safe. Let's see. Am I allowed to just kind of wait around a little bit? You should be walking away. Hassan goes next. I'm going to do a short yield so I can just see where more of my team goes. You're just going to take straight line pathing because you can. That makes sense to me, actually. I can use... I don't think I have the refract wall until next turn. But I do have smokescreen if needed. Tiger should be pretty safe all the way down there. Let's see. Theta rolled well, but he's going the wrong way. Don't know what everyone else is doing just yet, but... I can stop that body timer, which seems kind of useful to have one fewer guard head my way. That seems kind of good to me. Also, I have smokescreen plus the ability to use rewind to make it even nicer. So I'm going to signal grift that corpse. I'm going to smokescreen the team just to make sure we're all cozy and safe in here. And then you make that with 6 AP almost every time. I'm not too worried about it. Remake can wait. Let's see what everyone else does here. Yeah, you're going to hunt around the fact that there was a crime. You went this way anyway, which is really unfortunate. Lore was betrayed. To be fair, anytime that... I mean, that could just happen sometimes. If they, like, choose to make a different choice at the start of the turn, it can overwrite lore. If you lure during the turn, I believe it always pulls them. But it does feel kind of bad to use lore and then have them have their own AI do whatever. It's not the end of the world, but it is what it is. Yeah, you're pretty easily able to make it out next turn. Do I want to just drop lure anyway and make things a little bit easier? I don't think I really need to. I think we're fine. Like, you can simply... Just be careful about Anarchist having a pretty late go of it, but... She's safe where she is for now. I've already hit the leverage to block the escalation, right? These have all been consumed, so at least we're not going to escalate. He's defending the asset. And... Yep, she turned alert. She said it's going to get bloody. Is what it is. I need to bump Anarchist, otherwise I'm a little afraid of Fido doing some damage. I'm gonna, yeah, have you go at the start, and I'm going to rewind Panzer to put more smoke down. So yeah, for whatever reason, I'm gonna send this in. It feels like a bug report still. Bug, medium priority, Brock Executioner / VIP. Turns alert without ever seeing an enemy. Some guards saw some corpses. They ran around via Sec AI. Brock Executioner just unilaterally decided it was time for combat and turned alert without seeing a soul. Yeah, I've just found that VIPs tend to just get angry at weird times. I don't quite understand why, but it feels like anytime there's like a suspicious guard or like anyone sees a corpse and they share any kind of status at all, the VIPs just tend to get really angsty. I think it's kind of silly. It doesn't, you know, match the rules as they describe them, but it is what it is. Can be played around. So we fake escalate. It's blocked. That allows Anarchist some space to run toward the exit, though not all the way out. Theodo's the only guy going next, and he's not going to turn alert. We're going to know what he's doing. So we're going to have you run in a straight line toward the exit. I'm going to have my EX put a new smoke down to cover further movements, and we should be able to use that as a staging area to get to complete safety. Also worth noting, by the way, my entire team is full hidden, so even though they are alert, because they don't know where I am, all they're going to do is follow their normal patrol path, right? She's going to sprint towards this exit. They're going to keep following her because they don't have anything else to act on. We were always good at cleaning up every single turn, and so they can't chase us down. And even if we were on nerfed smokes, which is probably tomorrow's update, or by the time you watch this video, already live, they don't get within 5 meters to see me, which they obviously cannot do. I'm tempted to shadow this guy away. Just say, hey, shoo. Go over there instead. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to throw a new smoke down. Then I'm going to wait for my team to do whatever they're going to do. Shadow should pull him. You're going to defend the asset. You're alert but can't do anything. I'm going to have you wait in the smoke as well. Let's just get all the info. There, you're finally following Shadow. She just had something, or Lure. Yeah, see, you know nothing. So you do nothing. You know nothing, so you do nothing. I'll have you end your turn in smoke just to be safe, although again, we're really undetectable here. Because we pulled this guy away, they don't even know that we're down here, right? They know there was a corpse there, and they know literally nothing else. So we've actually managed to pull off a pretty successful heist. Whole team is going to end in hidden status, and we did a good job. Right, again, cut off their retreat, but you don't know where I am. You never knew. You're defending the asset. This went much better than last time we ran this mission, where our EX died and we barely clawed out. Also, we actually didn't end up needing the smoke, since they didn't know where we are. We were actually cool the whole time. Still, though, let's go get what evacuations we can on this turn. Fewer initiative rules, fewer things to have to look for. You're going to go there. For funsies, we'll throw down Refract. You're safe. And you're safe. I'll stay here just in case I have to do something. I doubt I will have to, but... Okay, yeah, you're one of the only ones who knows what you're doing. You're hunting. You're hunting as well. You're finally on the way, but I delayed you by a turn, which is cool. I believe we get out during this turn. It does still count as sec level 6, even though it never got to escalate the actual change. But yeah, we are very clearly out from you, and Hassan will make it as well. You just don't know where to go, right? Because she's trying to be in an actual combat state because there's nowhere to run to anymore. I guess I should correct what I said. Because this despawned, she's only in a combat state, and of course there's nobody to chase down, so she has no other orders. And victory. Not quite bloodless, we did take damage in the first phase, but it was fun. Who sent you? I think you know who it is. But we had to protect its identity. Too many ears reporting. Yep. And so then we can decide how he feels about his dad. I took this path willingly enough, which, to my understanding, he did. He was 18. Yeah, okay, you're barely an adult, but still. You can be neutral, or you can be like, he's a monster. Nah, I like when he likes his dad. I think it's a nicer one. Took the path willingly enough. Glad to see you're alive. He was the mover behind this. Thank you. I want to say thank you and goodbye. This is the last we will ever talk. Job is done. We'll take care of next steps. They were bounty hunting for the Brock clan. They will probably keep chasing him down because now they know he's definitely in New Boston. So what do we do? Well, we could help him get out of town, or we could hire him. He is a scourge after all. So yeah, this guy's down for a little while. That's fine, though. We got some really good stuff. I'm glad I cleaned out all of the boxes because there was some pretty good stuff here. Again, I can't really use the second Street Dragon due to the challenge run rules, but extra Nano Edge is pretty good. We got some money. Need to use it to actually upgrade the barracks. I am actually full right now. 4 days is a very short amount of time to wait for it, but still required. She could fail that. It is what it is if it happens. Our boy here is injured for a little while, although honestly, spending 7k for a day and a half doesn't quite seem worth it to me, so I'm not going to bother there. Counter intel basically is already full, so I'll just blow off 2 heat. Doesn't really matter, but I have nothing else going on. Nice, we've got a... I have not actually gotten a proc gen prison break before. This is new for me. That's cool. We'll have to hire his son in the next 12 days. That's fine. This goes up in 4. So let's see. This is going to trigger at some point. This is getting healed. Someone else is just waiting to recover. We've got a kill through captain's job due right about now. We've got a prison break that we can grab kind of whenever, because this guy can be pulled whenever it needs to. We want all this going on. We can eventually start Carnivore. I think, yeah, let's go ahead and grab... I mean, there's always a chance that tomorrow's update grabs a new map. But I'm trying to think, like... Because I want to get to a state where next episode I can just start, and it's like, hey, the episode has started. We're going to go run a mission. I guess it means I can go up until this is forced upon me. Actually, I can even play more time than that, because I can still bank these up, but I do want to run them during this visit to the trainer if I can help it. Let's do our training. I forgot. Face gets a +2 at level 9. I'm going to go right here and just like blitz for cooldown and height booster and an extra token. I think that's actually quite good. I've been debating in my head whether or not height booster counts as a combat leverage. I don't think it does. So they nerfed it recently. So they've nerfed height booster, like, one was a bug, but they've nerfed it technically 4 times now. So first version height booster, when it first came out during early access, it gave something like 105 plus 35 XP times your power level, which meant like you could rush for field coordination and run height booster at PL0, and you would gain like legit 140 bonus XP for every mission you ran, and you could drop to a 10-turn cooldown pretty trivially, right? You have 7 points at level 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could just have field coordination. First thing you ever do is dig out for a field ops center, and you could just be like, oh yeah, I'm getting literally triple XP. Oh, sorry, I need to step back a step. It was also bugged for the very first version, where it was added to the mission XP payment, and then also added its own line item. So you'd actually generate like 210 XP or like 280 XP on every single mission. Now, obviously, again, the double counting was a bug. So they went in and they said, okay, we fixed the bug. Now it's only, 70 or 105 plus 35 minutes power level. That was still arguably the most broken thing in the game. You could get like legit like level 6 off of like 2 or 3 missions. Pretty OP, obviously. Okay, so they nerfed it a second time. I mean, the first one was a bug fix, whatever. And they nerfed it to only be a flat 70 XP. It was still arguably one of the strongest things in the game. It's part of why I banned field ops just full stop in my last Let's Play, in my last challenge run. But more recently, within the last like 6 days or whatever, they nerfed height booster to require 3 tokens, which means you needed to have a passive token generated and the 2 tokens generated from this, because field coordination already gives you a token. This gives you a second extra token, so you need another one stored up. So I've been debating after all that of like, should field coordination for height booster be banned? And I think honestly the part we're at now, and I definitely could have done something where like I didn't go for, who knows what. I could have delayed other things, but I like my Puppet Master. Handpicked is fun. I was just kind of at talent limit anyway, and there's no way to get this without going through another talent. So I think now that we're here, it's, Haze is level 9. At level 10, we're going to grab these 2, by the way, or maybe this. Probably cool then, actually. I think 3 token height booster is not direct combat leverage. I think it's legal, essentially. I'm still going to try to inject files as much as I can, but I am going to try to go for this kind of stuff. Anyway, story time is over. We need to hire him at some point, which we will. I don't have Visions of Grind available, so I can't do much here. I can't... we just have to hope that she succeeds on her legwork. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put people into detox as much as I can. Who can go? I'm not really sure, actually. Maybe the Vanguard? I don't know yet. We're just going to play time forward and figure it out. I am technically wasting some field ops time, or some detox time. Actually, hold on, let me check one more thing. If I sort by gear, you know, I could send you to detox. You're allowed to detox the face, and that's actually somewhat reasonable. If to send her on Legwork at some point, we can kick her out, but it's fine for now. Let's play time forward. Oh, nice. Okay, sounds like we got it successfully. That's good. We got our influence and everything else going on. That's wonderful. I got a level now on the Cybersword. The +2 is in. So I said I was going to spend that here, right? I was going to grab +1 charge and kinetic damage for the turn. And then level 8 is going to be preempt. And then level 9 is going to be a +2, probably for this and this. Aegis plus hits is pretty worthwhile. She is wearing evasion armor. I can totally see myself going here. Like, honestly, all these are pretty reasonable. 2 charges, 3 turn cooldown, 3 turn duration, 3 hits, 10 evasion. Like, maxing Aegis is reasonable. Maxing Power Slice, also kind of reasonable. These are just good enough, I think, where I could see myself grabbing the +4 here, and it would be acceptable to just get a lot of Plaz Edge damage. Combo that with Whisper Kill at 13. Something around there, probably going to be the play. Rest of these, kind of whatever. Good that that succeeded, though. He's getting his wound recovered. Now it is. That's nice. Field Up Center has a token. Counter Intel is there. I have 274k still. You're detoxing. He's trying to recover still. That's fine. Let's go ahead and have this mission generate. If they add a new map tomorrow, sucks to suck. But, I mean, I could... Let me think. I want to go as far forward toward you having no days left on the trainer. Ooh, and we have this mission coming up as well, which is going to be also kind of real. Yeah, I'm just going to try to play 6 days forward, essentially. Maybe I'll stop. No, I'm just going to play 6 days forward. It's fine. Hype break for you. +1 tech, some crit chance. It's fine. Let me actually double check my sort by hype. Vanguard won't break. Okay, so no one else has any limit breaks here. But I wouldn't mind generating some tokens, so we're just going to go ahead and play time forward. I'm holding blood money. Execute 3 enemy captains against Warner Braun yet again. Sure. The Sleeper escape. Power level 8 still. Decent payday here. There is a host, so I guess I probably will either bring him or bring... You know, last time we were here, there was 2 hosts. I'm going to consider bringing the actual hacker. She's going to finish detoxing in time anyway, so it seems reasonable enough to me. Exposure break for Dr. Ash. Kind of unfortunate. Going underground for a while is not ideal. It is what it is. I could trade favors, actually. Less money for selling to you seems more than reasonable. We'll just take data drought. Okay. We've got our hacker back from the detox, which is nice. So I'm going to get the, like, on paper crew ready for this mission. Which I think is something like this. Are you supposed to drop for somebody else? I'm not sure. Do I want... Well, he's got to go to the doctor anyway and get his wound fixed. Oh. This finished. Okay. Now you're back. Let's get this fixed. Dr. Ash is still available. She's inexpensive, which is cool. I'm going to stop short of actually grabbing this mission itself. But I want to have as much time for it as I can. And so we're going to stop just a little short. Yeah, we have an open spot on the barracks now. I can spend 150k again, but I'm not in a huge rush right now. Underworld has a token. That's great. Okay, there we go. This is going to be left unread for a while. He's in the trainer still. We have an open detox bench that I probably should have been using, but it is what it is. I'll decide off recording whether I want to spend 80k on that or not. But I think if it's killed their captains, I should be running combatants. So I'm going to run something like this. Let's go sort our loadout out as a result. Sort by highest gear. And I'll do it all off recording. This is going to be our crew. We will have Liliana get field tested and do what she can as a hacker. I did have you grab packet loss after all. You've got baby null op. You've got overclock. This should be fine with everything else going on. But yeah, that's going to be the team. I'll figure out leverage stuff here. Actually, field coordination is still down, so I can't hype boost here anyway, but I do have efficiency grind. Can I inject anything? With a second token, I could. I can inject set files. Set files or just file data chips. I'm not sure. I'll figure all this out at some other point in time. But yeah, eventually that'll be what I look for. So thanks very much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.